Welcome to a guild run of the new Aetherblade Retreat Dungeon. Available only till July 9th. It starts out easy enough with a quick swim through some mines, which these things will easily kill you if you explode enough of them. Fortunately, one or two isn't going to do that. After the swim, we have to talk to Investigator Ellen Keel and escort her through the entire length of the dungeon.
Stay out of trouble.
Now, despite having someone on vent to help us walk through this entire dungeon, we still ended up having trouble with the first boss, but you'll see that. The swashbucklers, which are one of the Aetherblades here, are a pain to deal with. Not due to the fact they have a lot of health, but due to the fact they put a lot of bleed on you, and it's very easy to get a full stack of bleed on you. There are also thugs, which are also a problem, because they knock you around, so stability is a big thing. And combining them with the swashbucklers bleeding you, it's awful. Now, this next fight introduces two other Aetherblade enemies, Technicians and Strikers. Technicians aren't as bad as other enemies we've seen. For one, they only buff allies. The Strikers are the annoying ones. They launch those lightning attacks. Those things will kill you quickly, so priority needs to be those Strikers when they're around. Here you can earn an achievement. All you have to do is avoid getting hit by these laser walls. It's actually very simple, but this also involves not getting hit at the first boss with his giant laser walls. So it's more complicated than you would expect. Now this shack is guarded by an inquest extinguisher, which he isn't hard to kill at all. The reason you need to kill him is because we need to get Inspector Ellen through here. And we're going to have to shut down these laser fields. There are 3 consoles inside, and all 3 have to be activated. It's going to take us a little bit, but we'll figure it out. Now, you're going to want to navigate the second laser field like the first. It really isn't anything special, but there are 2 panels at the end, which we won't activate because we didn't actually notice that these panels existed. Now, we had a bit of an unfortunate encounter here because we drew not only this guy's aggro, but the guys above him as well. Fortunately, they weren't too awful to deal with. Now, this is the part where things are going to get hard for us. We have got a gate that's guarded by enemies and cannons. You need to kill a certain number of these enemies, and with a little coordination, it'll go well. We don't have that kind of coordination. This is also where they introduce taskmasters, which should be higher on your priority list, because taskmasters confuse, and confusion is an awful debuff. Now, after killing the first wave, we activated this. The cannons are going to just shoot the entire field full of this AoE cannon fire while spawning the next wave. It'll do this continually throughout the entire fight. Eventually we make our way through. Our Mesmer pulled the enemies away from the gate so that the rest of us could respawn and help kill them. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the gate actually open. We were quite a ways back. We were actually at the laser fields. That's how far he drew them. A few enemies, nothing big, lie between us and the boss. Sadly, this particular run and this particular group, we didn't beat the first boss. We spent about 2 hours trying to do it. We didn't succeed. So instead, we'll just cut to our second attempt, essentially, our second attempted run, with a different party and the boss.
This is a sterile research environment. Leave at once! Very well. I have ways of dealing with contaminants.
Now, this boss has 4 phases to him. Phase 1, eliminate all his support. The Thumper, the Assistants, Grenadiers. He has a small amount of support. And then attack him. You can force him into Phase 2 by just straight up attacking him, but that will mean a lot more enemies are around, which you do not want. Thumper should be your main priority due to his buffing. Assassin should be next. He will then summon a Grenadier, and this Assistant. Another Assistant, I should say. Again, Grenadier should be next, because, well, his AoE is pretty awful. I'm having a little bit of a hard time targeting him.
Maximum adrenaline.
Now, all phases from 2 on, you cannot damage Frizz at all. He summons one golem in this phase and 2 golems in the last 2 phases. Kill these golems to advance a phase. What makes this annoying is these lasers. You have to stand on the boxes to avoid these small laser beams, but when the golems get hit by these laser beams, they get buffed. And this buff is an immunity to damage. Dots still work on him, but they have to be applied before the laser hits him, otherwise the dots don't get applied. Overall, not a hard phase, but it's just a taste of what's to come. Before this next phase starts, try to get the entire party on one side of the room, north or south. In all honesty, this phase is easier than phase 2. The small, fast lasers are easily replaced by these large, slower moving ones. Like I mentioned before, 2 golems are summoned this time, but these 2 lasers, once they hit a golem, they don't cause immunity. They merely cause them to add massive amounts of confusion. Which actually is kind of a breather phrase, if we're perfectly honest. This next phase sucks. It combines both sets of lasers at once. But golems get both stat boosts, immunity and confusion. Not only that, standing on the boxes only works for the small laser beam. And as you can see, they both move at different speeds, so we end up wiping. So let's see what happens when we finally succeed in it. Now, this looks like a wipe, and it honestly could have been. Our Mesmer changed over to his Ranger, and it's a good thing because he had a good, lucky time keeping the golems from murdering as small as urine phase. Lucky play, and a lot of skill in avoiding these golems and their attacks is very key, as the 2 hours of cut footage, just this boss footage, shows. Now, I'm currently being essentially cursed out for having confidence that our Ranger and not only having this confidence, but expressing it on Vent. It might have something to do with me, accidentally jinxing us all the time whenever we do things as a group. As expected, his machine malfunctions and we don't even get to kill him ourselves. After a quick revival, we celebrate by, well, taking a short break, as you would expect. Rewards are standard dungeon fare, a chest. Now, we're moving on. Take a left here, do not take a right. Now, we encounter a large group over here, and, well, turns out you can't pull any of them. As usual, take out the thugs, then taskmasters, then the rest of the underlings. Although, if you have the reach with a sword or greatsword, feel free to just take out the underlings, just at the same time. Not that this particular one was easy, we wiped due to ignoring taskmasters, which was quite unfortunate. Moving along, we're heading left to find the gimmick for the second half of the dungeon. Lightning, as you can see, continually hits these bridges, and if it hits you, it damages you. You can dodge roll through them, or damage immunity through them, but it's just best to avoid them altogether. As expected, a greeting party waits for us on the other side. This one isn't bad, just keep the party together and it's not a problem. Another bridge, another group waits for us. This next group is annoying due to the fact it has an obscene number of strikers. Although you can apparently, and I learned this while playing, you can line of sight them around obstacles, mainly these visible plank supports, which will give you an edge for sure.
Might makes you right.
In this hut over here is an Aetherblade cache, which there are at least 7 others spread throughout the world. It's basically a mini chest. Not really that useful reward-wise. Now, this is also the last waypoint in the dungeon. If you wipe from here, anywhere from here to the end, you're going to have to walk from here to wherever you want to be. Fortunately, that means we're pretty close to the end of the dungeon. Now, you saw the bridge. This is the last bridge there is to cross. And at the end of it, there's a sudden change of enemy type. Before it was Aetherblades, now there's Inquest. And it's a swarm of Inquests with both engineers and golems. Focus on the golems. Once the golems are gone, the rest is pretty much a breeze. Now there's just a few more golems and engineers up here. Nothing special. Now, we're coming up to this clearing, and this clearing is a small nightmare. There are only 6 enemies, and you can see them all. There are 3 strikers, 2 swashbucklers, and a thug. This causes us problems. Take out the strikers, as the constant damage will cause us a wipe. You just saw. Fortunately, that was the last challenging group of enemies. So once you pass them, you're done. Essentially. There's a small jumping puzzle ahead that at least one person has to complete. At least one person. The rest of you can wait over here with Inspector Ellen if you want, but someone has to do this puzzle, regardless of who they may be. Just open the door ahead. As you can see, this jumping puzzle is not hard at all. Just move after being tossed, and you'll make it. Plus, it gives you experience with these steam pistons, which are just awesome. We didn't realize it right away, but you will have to traverse the small path past that door we just opened up for Inspector Ellen, and clear it of a small group of ads, which we are now going to do. These guys aren't hard. It's really just a token fight. Most of them aren't even veterans. I think there's only 1 elite in there. Not particularly difficult, even though there's a good number of them. With them cleared, we've got a straight shot now to the boss. The final boss. So, good luck.
Stay out of trouble. I'd offer the tradition.
This has all gone to crud. Scarlet's gonna have my noggin for screwing this up.
What now, Captain? It'll take cannonballs to get out of here alive.
Either way, I'm dead. So let's wind our springs and ride this escapement to the end.
You got it. I'll undock the airships.
You and your brothers give good battle, old friend. Now, let's dig in before they show. I'll raise the gangplanks. This is what's your curiosity.
This boss has a variety of mechanics, starting off with... There's 2 of them. The cannon man, Horik, is not your main target. He's the only one that can take damage, though. But damaging him is useless because he will revive right away. Now, as you can see right here, she's essentially immune while those stacks are on her, and the stacks are 10. By him shooting his lightning cannons and her standing in that AoE, you can take that stack down, which you need to take it down to at least 4 in order to damage her. But once you get her down to 75% of her health, this happens. She goes away, her and Horik both, and this place, the floor gets littered with these cannonballs. And it will stay like this for 50 seconds. This will happen at 75, 50, and 25% health. And there's really not much I can say about how to avoid it. Do your best, evade, damage immunity, anything you can do to avoid damage, do it, because literally every inch will eventually get covered with some form of damage. Back on Mai, she shadow steps, which is what often causes problems. She also can basically two-shot any character. We're talking fully armored warriors often, even. So we wipe. And she repeats that pattern. That's literally all she does. If you can successfully manage the first 3 times, you should be able to manage doing it 4. Actually, this is actually the first time we ever got to face 2, 3, or 4. After she's gone, take down Horik. And you have your dungeon. Now, if you'd completed this in 15 minutes or less, this boss in 15 minutes or less, you could shoot down the original Aetherblade ship we saw, but we didn't do that. Anyway, that was the Aetherblade retreat run, done by Aerthen and the True Gods Guild. I will see you next time. This is Stomping Llama, signing out.